What's up, guys? This is Coach Mo, aka Grandmaster Gains. I am the #1 strength and conditioning coach in San Diego, and I call myself the king of fat loss. Nobody knows more about building muscle and burning fat at the same time than I do. I grew up in Pakistan. I was born with a deformed knee, and that knee was deformed for 27 years. Because of that, I was overweight, insecure. I didn't grow up that well off. There was my parents, my brother, and my sister all sleeping in one room. And from there, I came to the US at 20 years old. And I was pursuing a degree in economics, mathematics. That's where I met my wife that I fell in love with. Things were going decent. Didn't really have a direction in life. And then when I moved to California, at the end of 2010, my wife decided to leave me. We're not going to get into that, but out of that depression, I was pretty messed up, didn't really have a direction in life, was waiting tables, and I decided to pursue my one passion that I wanted to, which was get in the best shape of my life. I didn't really care about making a career out of it. It was just the one thing, the one light in front of the tunnel that kept me going. So I decided to, after 27 years of having a deformed knee, I decided to get a knee surgery. I had a Fulkerson osteotomy. They cut my shin open, moved it, put a couple of screws in, stitched up my quad muscles, and for 2 months, I recovered by myself on crutches. And the only thing that kept me going, that kept me alive, was that I was gonna get into the best shape of my life. I didn't know what I was gonna do after that, but I crutched to the gym every single day. Fast forward 10 years, I figured out a system that can get anybody at any age bigger, stronger, faster, healthier, happier than they've ever been. But my business was not where it needed to be. I was really, really good at what I did. My skill was on point, but my business wasn't reflecting my skills. I had already hired a coach that I paid $3,000 a month for. I had gone to different seminars, spent thousands of dollars, and I really didn't have the money. I didn't have the drive to get another coach until I met Mike in February. I was very, very skeptical. My buddy Drew, who I work with at Self-Made Training Facility San Diego, introduced me to him, and I just decided to give it another shot. So after I had my knee surgery, I wasn't working. I was living off of unemployment from the government because I couldn't work. And I just decided to take those 2 months and really look at the science behind strength and conditioning. And I was actually able to build muscle and burn fat at the same time within those 2 months while I was on crutches. And after I was able to walk again after 2 months, it took me about 6 to 7 months to really start honing in my program. And once my friends, during that time I was still just waiting tables, but once my friends started looking at my progress, people started asking questions. And then actually the December of the first year where I was able to walk again with a proper knee, my mom came over. And my mom talked to me and looked at my life and said that I was meant to do other things. And she said she was not gonna go home until I showed her that I was doing something to get out of the service industry. And I just paid a few $100 to a gym so I could take clients over there, got a certification, and a couple of my homies started working out with me. But from there, they saw such good results that the word started getting spread around. And one thing led to the other. I have to thank God, my mom, and just situations in life for this. I started actually building up a clientele and a following. And I had no idea about how to run a business. I had no idea about the systems in place, how to market myself on Instagram. But just because I was so good at what I do, at what I did, my business started growing and growing. But it wasn't up to par with how good I was. So I did want to seek a coach who could help me grow the business that would be in line with how good my skill set was. Just to give you an idea of what I think about Mike's coaching, Limelight Media. I want to talk about why I got into fitness, because I worked with a lot of personal trainers. I spent thousands of dollars on fitness programs, supplements, and so on and so forth. But I never actually came across a coach or somebody who actually cared, who actually came off as like somebody who actually wanted to help me rather than just make a quick buck. All I realized, all I was doing was spending money on programs that were subpar, weren't really effective. The coaches didn't really care about my needs. So I got into this industry, the fitness industry, because I wanted to be the one person who actually cared about the client rather than making money. And when I was hiring other business coaches, after becoming a strength and conditioning coach myself, because I wanted to be a person whose program was effective, whose program, because I'm a consumer of the fitness industry and I wasn't happy with what I was consuming from the fitness industry. So I'm like, I'm just going to do this thing myself, and I'm going to give my clients something that I never got as a client. And now when I stepped my game up and went into the business coaching field, and I hired business coaches, I got the same thing. The same as personal trainers, they were just trying to make a buck. Nobody really cared about me actually succeeding. But when I found Mike, I saw that Mike was doing things with the same heart, with the same intention that I was doing. Mike's success, I truly believe this. Mike's success is not because he's just focused on making money. Mike's success is because he actually cares about people. Mike is available for me. He makes time. I don't know if I know anybody. I don't think I know anybody who is busier than Mike, who's putting in more hours than Mike, but he still makes time to help me out, go out of his way. This is the first time I'm around a coach who actually cares. Like, Mike is busy 24/7. He's running a company, he's coaching other people, he's mentoring other people, he's running masterminds, he has a wife, kids, family, but he's still, every single time I need his help, he's always there. Mike, I love you. Like, I swear, I can't imagine having a coach who is in this with you as much as Mike is. This is the guy to work with. This is the place to be. There are so many coaches out there. It's hard to get a hold of. They're giving you cookie cutter, copy and pasted stuff that just works for everybody. I've had hour-long conversations with Mike. He knows I'm not just a piece of the puzzle for him. He knows my program. He knows what I do. He knows where I live. He knows how I eat. He is actually studying every single thing that I am doing with my program and where I need to be. I'm not coming to Mike and Mike is transforming me into just a puppet who's just gonna follow his rules. Mike took the time to learn who I am, what I'm about, what I want to do in life, where I need to take my business, and specifically working with me, creating new methods that will help me achieve my dreams and my goals. There's a lot of cookie cutter stuff out there. It's almost unimaginable for me. It's hard to believe that somebody as busy as Mike, as successful as Mike, is taking the time out to learn my process and help me out specifically. I know there are a bunch of coaches out there with millions of people that they're helping. I don't know if they will have the time and the effort that Mike has into helping me. You are an individual, you have your own specific needs, and Mike is actually going to learn them and work with you to get those going. Come on, baby. Back, baby. I had my doubts, dude. Seriously, I'm with it. I finally get it. Every single thing that I've learned, the videos, the organic, dude, I'm on go mode. Everything's working. It was weird. I was doing the work. I was putting in the time. and it just takes time. And every single thing that I've learned from you, it's paying off. I understand your vision. I understand high ticket. I understand the future-based cost. Everything is dialing. Dude, like, I just started copying and pasting, just understanding the system and going forward, and I'm with it. I have a direction. I know where we're going. I know how things are happening, and I know for a fact this works, right?
Thank you.